Coming to you from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode number 82. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. Let's go. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. I'm going to let this play out a little bit. Hello, sports fans, once again. I was going to let that play out a little bit. That is the Crystal Method, and that is my goodness, that is a jam that I love so much. It actually aired on a podcast that I usually listen to. I've been listening to it now since 1993. It's called Power Tools, and that's the Crystal Method. These guys are amazing. I love them. They are great. Anyway, hello, sports fans. Once again, I am the Guru of Sports, and welcome to the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode number 82. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. Now, it seems like every Saturday, this is not a live show. I meant to tell you right now. This is not a live show. I can't say live because a friend of mine told me a while back that if it was live, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't have to, put it up on the social medias and stuff like that a day later. So it's not live. This is recorded. This is Saturday night, October 9th, 2021. And I just want to tell you guys that I am very, very glad to be with you again, your host and, all around good guy, the Guru of Sports. Right now, I want to tell you, I got a few things I got to talk to you about. In 2 weeks, I want to mention this right now. In 2 weeks, I'm going to have two podcasts. It's going to be the regular show that I'm doing, podcast that I'm doing right now. But I would like for you guys to tune in to a special episode, which I'm going to talk to you about what October 23rd has meant to me for the last 38 years of my life. I'm going to go into some really, really deep detail about what happened to me and what I witnessed October 23rd, 1983. If you guys Google that day, you'll see there was an event, and it had to do with Beirut, Lebanon. And right now, I have to tell you that I was actually there in Beirut, Lebanon on that day. I want you guys to do some homework. Like I said, Google that date, October 23rd, 1983. And some of you guys might not have been born, but, I just want you guys to know that I'll have a special podcast for that in about 2 weeks. Okay, right now I'm looking at the baseball game. it's been a whole lot of stuff that's been going on today. My Ohio State Buckeyes blew out Maryland. I love both teams, but I'm a big Ohio State honk, so I'm definitely going with Ohio State. I like to thank Boise State for messing up my picks today, my college picks, because I had Boise State losing that game to 10th ranked BYU, and BYU really stunk it up today. Now, like I told you before, baseball playoffs are going on. You got hockey starting up. You got basketball. You got all kinds of stuff going on. And I got like six little topics I want to talk to you about. The Major League Baseball playoffs and everything. That's like the first beginning of it. He's a Bad Man is going to someone that is really deserving. Who earned that? I'll tell you about deserving later on. I hate that word. Poo poo of the week. Man, this has been a really tough week for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and man, poo poo of the week is probably someone that you probably heard about all this week. Fantasy pickup. Well, Russell Wilson's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, so we all know that Geno Smith is going to be a hot item to pick up on your fantasy. College rap, we got that. I'm going to talk about that at the beginning. And then we got the picks of the week. A lot of different things been going on with the Guru the last week. There's been some staff changes. There's been a whole lot of different things. I'm just definitely going to get into it and talk to you guys about it. Only have for 45 minutes, so I'm going to try to get to everything, run down everything as much as I can, and get to everything as much as I can. I just don't understand why is it that I make these picks. And I actually go out and make pro and college picks on a Saturday. If I come back from like traveling and all like that, I usually do that in the morning. And why is it that I pick these teams that I feel as though that they're going to win and then they don't win? All right, I don't know. Okay, Dodgers are leading 2-1, and they just got Kevin Gossman out of there. As an Oriole fan, Dodger and Oriole fan, I love the Dodgers. I love the Orioles. Kevin Gossman was one of those guys that I just wish that he could have got some more time in Baltimore. I hate to see guys go to different teams that come from the Orioles and now look at where they are. They're sitting at home watching the playoffs. Anyway, much for that. Okay, Tampa Bay and Boston are tied in their series. Milwaukee and Atlanta are tied in their series. Atlanta won tonight. But the WNBA playoffs are going to start. The championship series is going to start. Chicago and Phoenix. I was just kind of upset because Aces didn't make it. So, all right, let's get to the college wrap. Right now, there is still some games going on in progress. I did take Kentucky to beat LSU today, and they did 42-21 over Kentucky to beat LSU, and they did. They won. Okay, Notre Dame, I did pick them. They basically have been very up and down with them. I took Notre Dame and looked like they're going to win that game. It's only like 6 seconds left in that game. Okay, Alabama and Texas A&M. I'm sorry, Texas A&M. These guys have been going back and forth. Right now, it's about 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Texas A&M is holding on to a 31-27 lead, and believe me, Texas A&M looked a lot better this week than they did previously against Georgia, or whoever they played and they lost to. They've been up and down so much. San Diego State's winning; they're beating New Mexico State. which ain't a really big deal. Like I said, BYU, they really screwed me over. Excuse the expression. They really did screw me over because they went in. Boise State was giving up almost 400 yards a game, and BYU was passing and dominating teams by running up to 400 some odd yards per game. And what happened? It totally turned around, and I got to give it up to Boise State. Boise State beat them today, so they're going to be dropping down. The big game of the day was Penn State and Iowa. I did take Iowa to win that game, and they did win that game. So that is actually pretty good because it helps out Ohio State a little bit. Now, Michigan and Nebraska are tied with about a minute and 39 seconds left. 39, there's that number. 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I did take Michigan, even though I'm not really a big Michigan fan. I took them, and it doesn't matter right now because my ticket is shot anyway, thanks to Boise State and BYU. All right, other than that, Ole Miss looked pretty good today. They beat the mess out of Arkansas by 1, but the score was 52-51. Florida just ran all over Vandy 42-0. Ohio State, I mentioned, beat Maryland 66-17. Oklahoma barely beat Texas in the Red River rivalry. They won that game. Cincinnati is one of the teams that I really, I'm pulling for. If Ohio State doesn't make it to the college championship or the playoffs, I would like to see Cincinnati go. Now, another team that I really like that I don't think that they're going to make it, but Coastal Carolina 52, and they beat Arkansas State. Their resume might not be that great, but I like Coastal Carolina. I like the program. I like to see new teams get in there, but I don't think that they're going to make the college playoff because the conference they play in. They play in the Sun Belt, and it's not really that many good teams in the Sun Belt. They did beat TCU earlier, but TCU, if they schedule like teams like Notre Dame or Nebraska, or if they, schedule teams like maybe Michigan or Ohio State or something like that, maybe they could get into it. They could build a resume, build a foundation, just like Cincinnati did. Cincinnati has actually built a great foundation, and I would really like to see them, make it into the college playoff. Iowa, like I mentioned before, Iowa did win. So if I had to pick my top 5 for right now, I would say Georgia's the best team in the land. I still think that they're the best team in the land. Even though that they won their game, they look pretty dominant in winning. Alabama's probably number 2. Iowa would probably be number 3. Cincinnati will probably be number 4. 5, I would have to go a toss-up between Ohio State right now and Oklahoma. I understand that Michigan is undefeated. I know that Michigan State is undefeated. But higher profile, that's the way it goes. I'm a Big Ten guy because of Ohio State, and I wouldn't mind seeing if Michigan did beat Ohio State, I wouldn't be upset because they're a better team. Ohio State's had a lot of problems earlier this season, but now it seems as though they're filling into their groove and they're getting back into it, and I really like what they've been doing. And I really think that Ohio State has a chance, a really outside chance of making the college playoff. Okay, other than that, everything else is kind of like going on. Like I said, that Michigan and Nebraska game is still going on. Notre Dame just beat Virginia Tech 32-29. And like I mentioned before, they're down about like 8 minutes and 53 seconds in that Alabama Texas A&M game. Okay, Now, he's a bad man. And when I say he's a bad man, I'm only talking about one other man in this world that was the guy that with all the charisma, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Take it away, champ.
The king of the world. Hold it. Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. Wait a minute. You must listen to me. Now listen.
All right. Anyway, now look, listen to me. I know that I'm only here by myself because Caden Guru is not here, and Goldie is just sitting back here, just looking at me, and he always does that, and I'm here basically, trying to run everything. Yeah, spotty little things, but hey, we'll get through it. Okay, bad man of the week has to go to no other than J.D. McKissick. This dude looked really good in the win for the Washington football team. They beat Atlanta last week, which the Guru told you they was going to win that game, 34-30. Now, you have to see this run. He caught a pass, a 30-yard pass from Taylor Heineke. You know how Guru is. He don't know these names. Heineke, and then he basically took off from the 5-yard line, dove into the end zone, and I saw this. He looked like he was flying. He flew into the end zone and scored the touchdown, and it was amazing. He was really, really. He's got to get my victory cigar and the bad man of the week. That was a bad play, and that was a sweet play. I got to give it up for J.D. McKissick. Washington football team won that game, and guess what? They got another big game coming up this week, and I'm going to take them again. Washington's looking pretty good, even though that Dallas is probably the cream of the crop in that division. Philadelphia slipped off, and the Giants finally got off the schneid and won their game, which I told you they would win last week. Okay, we got to go now to the poo-poo of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to announce that I have a new segment for the poo-poo of the week. And please, if you think it's childish, juvenile, sophomoric, yeah, it is. It is. I like to do stuff that's a little bit different. And believe me, this is a little bit different. Okay, before I do this, I want to tell you that the Dodgers, watching this game right now, the Dodgers has just now opened up a 6-1 lead over San Francisco, those hated Giants. And, hopefully they can tie this thing up. The other night when they won that game, they won, in dramatic form over St. Louis. And, I look at it this way. Major League Baseball, before I get into poo-poo of the week, Major League Baseball has really got to do something about, these playoffs. And, this is a 5-game series between the Giants and the Dodgers in this divisional series. Now, you got two teams that are 106 wins apiece. And guess what? One of them's got to go home. That doesn't make any sense. Then you got the Braves. I like the Braves. The Braves are okay by me. I don't have no problem with them. But they only won 88 games. And believe me, if you would have put the Dodgers in any other division in baseball, they would have won that division no matter what. American League or National League, they would have won that division purely, straight up, hands down, better than every other team in baseball. But they have 106 wins, and like I said, they're battling the Giants. So one of these 106 win teams is going to go home pretty soon. And hopefully it ain't my Dodgers. Okay, now, poo-poo of the week is something that I used to do on the Guru Talkin or Guru show, which I had a couple years ago. And I'm not sure I don't know if I'm bringing it back or not. I don't know. I might not. But anyway, now I have a new segment, and I have sound effects for it. And I just want you guys to hear the sound effects. If I can get this working. All right. Now, okay, there's some sound. Okay, that is actually the poo-poo of the week sound. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right, anyway, that's the poo-poo of the week sounder. The sounder for the poo-poo of the week. And this week's poo-poo of the week is no other than Urban Meyer. We all know what Urban Meyer did. And you know what? I hate to say this, but you know what? I used to like Urban Meyer. Really did like Urban Meyer. Now he's a fraud, and he's just, I don't know. You know, I tried to defend him because, you know, he did represent Ohio State. And, you know, he act like, I don't know. To me, he acts like he just doesn't want to be a part of this thing. You know, this job that he took with Jacksonville is going to be difficult. Believe me, it's a rebuild. It's a whole new rebuild. And believe me, I have some college coaches that went into losing situations and turned them around, you know. But, you know what, I got to say this. If you don't want to be there, just, you know, you shouldn't have took the job. This is plain and simple. Let's just make it plain and simple. If you didn't want to take this job, which you knew was going to be a rebuild, and it's going to be a little bit different from college, you shouldn't have took this job. He's not cut out for it. He's really not cut out for it. And I hate to say this, but you're a piece of shit, man. You're a big piece of shit. I hate to say it. You know, I'm not the type of person that's going to judge anybody. But I have to give my opinion where my opinion, I feel as though that's my opinion. You know, Urban Meyer is a piece of shit. And let's put it to you point blank. You know, dancing around with little co-eds and letting them grind on you. And, you know, you putting on your little Ohio State, you know, you don't need to put on your Ohio State pulley, hoodie or whatever. We don't need that, you know. I like the Jaguars. Believe me, I like the Jaguars, and I call out any team that's really bad. And believe me, you're going to take that job, and then next thing you know, you're going to say, well, you know what? I need to spend some time with my family, but yet and still you bumping and grinding and, you know, letting the little girl shake her ass up on you inside your, you know, restaurant. You don't want to coach this team. Get the fuck on if you don't want to coach this team. That's all I got to tell you. All right, that's poo-poo of the week. Anyway, thanks to Urban Meyer. The Jaguars are probably going to lose again tomorrow. So, anyway. All right, that's all I got to say about that. And you know what? I hate to really use a verbal language that I use, but, you know, you gotta call it like you see it. You know what? Even if this was the Raiders, if this was any other of my teams that I like, I would have called it the same way. You know what? I call it like I see it. And like I said, no one is safe. If you're bad, you're bad. I'm gonna call you out no matter what. While I'm here on this microphone, I'm gonna call you out. If you're bad, you're bad, and that's it. Let's face fact. True to fact, you know. All right, fantasy pickup. Damian Williams was the number one pickup because of the injury to Montgomery in Chicago. You're going to probably pick him up. He was like the number one pickup this week. Dawson Knox was number two, Buffalo tight end. I guess, you know, if a lot of people think Kittle is still out. So if you know, playing Kittle and you need a tight end, probably This guy is probably one of the best pickups. Dalton Schultz, Sergeant Schultz is probably another one that you want to pick up. The Raiders D is pretty good, and I think I picked up the Raiders D in one of my leagues, and I needed that because I had to get rid of New England's D. They're pretty terrible. Oh yeah, matter of fact, I meant to tell you, what do you think of the Tom Brady going back to New England thing? I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought it was okay that I got a chance to sit up and watch him break the record. But other than that, I didn't really think it was a big deal. Okay, a lot of people are going to probably end up picking up Geno Smith now. If you have Russell Wilson, messed up his finger Thursday night. So Geno Smith is going to be probably a hot item to pick up. Or any other quarterback that's on the waiver wire that's actually a starter. I saw Teddy Bridgewater in one of my leagues, and I might end up having to pick him up. I have Trevor Lawrence and I have Joe Burrow, but I'm debating on should I keep Lawrence. I like Trevor Lawrence. Believe me, he's my man of my team, but I don't know. I might have to drop him to pick up Teddy Bridgewater because my quarterback situation in one league is just terrible. Matter of fact, I'm doing pretty terrible in the league that I won last year. Now I come to find out I actually won 3 leagues because I don't know. I guess I got declared the winner in my own league, which really doesn't matter to me because, like I said, it doesn't matter in my league if I win or lose. I like to just be competitive. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather see someone else win so they can enjoy it, so they can get the props, big props and everything. So that's how I am. Okay, drops were the Bengals D, the Titans D, and Rondell Moore. I don't know why, but Rondell Moore, I really like this kid. He might be a factor tomorrow. Okay, now we go on to the one, the only, the greatest, the picks of the week. And when we go picks of the week, you know what I'm going to play. That's right. I am going to play the autumn wind, no matter what. Listen to that beautiful sound. Ah, yes, the autumn wind. Next week, I'll tell you the whole. I'll say the whole autumn wind words to it. I love this song. It reminds me when I lived in Los Angeles. I used to go to Raider games all the time. Used to stand in line, watching fights, enjoying myself, just sitting there looking at all the crazy people dressed up in Raider gear. I love you, Raider fans. I do. All right. I have to stop that because I can't concentrate. It brings back memories of what I used to do when I lived out in Los Angeles. Okay, now the picks of the week are pretty simple. All right, I'm going to run through these right quick. Okay, now don't forget you got to set your lineups for fantasy really, really early. Set them up tonight because guess what? We got a 9:30 game in the morning over in London. The home team, Atlanta Falcons, are a 3.5 point favorite over the Jets. I'm going to say that the Jets are going to win this game. Jets won last week, and I just picked up their defense in one of my leagues, so I think I'm going with the Jets. All right, Tampa Bay is a 10.5 point favorite over Miami. I don't really like 10.5 points, but I do like Tampa Bay to win this game. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is at home. And also at home is the Carolina Panthers, who look really, really good. And they might get Christian McCaffrey back this week. So I'm going to take Philadelphia to lose this game. I'm sorry, Philadelphia fans. I hate to tell you that you're going to lose again. But I like Carolina. They're a 4.5 point favorite. I'm going to take Carolina. Okay, New Orleans is at Washington. New Orleans is a 1.5 point favorite. I don't like New Orleans in this game. I like Washington. Like I said, J.D. McKissick looked good. And I'm going to go with Washington. Okay, Minnesota is a 10-point favorite at home over Detroit. I don't like the 10 points. I don't really like these big line numbers. I like them like maybe 6, 7, or less. 7 points is really just a touchdown favorite, but when you're betting on these, you've definitely got to get them to win by 8 or more because of this half point. I really don't like this half point deal. But anyway, I'll take Detroit to win that game. I don't like the point spread, but I'll take Detroit. Now, Green Bay is going into Cincinnati. Green Bay is a 2.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Green Bay in that game. That's a really good matchup, pretty interesting, but I still won't never bet against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the man. I'm definitely going to take Green Bay to win that game. New England is an 8-point favorite over Houston. No matter how bad New England is, Houston's worse. But I'm going to take New England to, win the game. I don't like 8 points, but I'm what can I say? New England's going to win that point. Denver is a 1-point favorite over Pittsburgh at home. I'm not really sure what Denver can do. I mean, I know they lost their first game last week, but Pittsburgh really needs this, and I think it's desperation time for Pittsburgh, and I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win that game. Tennessee is a 4.5-point favorite over the hometown Jacksonville Jaguars. After the week that they had, I don't think they can bounce back. I'm going to take Tennessee in the 4.5 points. And if you count at home, remember at home that guess what? Derrick Henry's going to have another 200-yard game against Jacksonville like he usually do. Okay, I'm taking Tennessee. Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite over the the Chargers are a 2.5-point favorite over Cleveland. I like Cleveland to win this game. I really don't like the Chargers. That point spread of 2.5 points, I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm going to take Cleveland. I love the Chargers. I'm actually a writer for the Chargers anyway, but I know that you're going to say that's crazy, but yeah, I like Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is my favorite running back in the NFL. I'm going to take Cleveland. I might get, booed for it, but I am going to take Cleveland. Chicago is going into Las Vegas. Vegas is a 5.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Vegas to win that game. I love my Vegas boys. Raiders all day. San Francisco is going to Arizona. Arizona is a 5.5-point favorite. I think they can cover that. Trey Lance will get the start, and I see Kyler Murray having another big game. I like Arizona at home, even though that they did knock off the Rams. Rams looked pretty good the other night when they played Seattle, and I still think Arizona is no joke. Okay. New York Giants is going into Dallas. Dallas is a 7-point favorite. I think they can cover that, and they win. Buffalo is at Kansas City. Kansas City is a 3.5 favorite, field goal favorite. I don't like this game. Kansas City needs this game, but I think Buffalo realizes that they can be the players in the NFC. I'm going to take Buffalo. Indianapolis is going into Baltimore on Monday night, and Baltimore is a 7-point favorite, and I think they will cover that. Baltimore is 7. Okay, I got the Jets, Tampa Bay, Jets plus 3.5, Tampa Bay 10, Carolina 4.5. I like Washington plus 1.5. Detroit and Minnesota. I told you I like Minnesota. I don't like that 10 points though. Green Bay 2.5. I like them. New England 8. I like them. Denver's 1.5. Or I'll take Pittsburgh plus 1. I'll take Tennessee 4.5. I'll take Cleveland plus 2.5. I'll take Las Vegas 5.5-point favorites, Arizona, I'm taking them to Dallas, Buffalo, and Baltimore. Okay, that's it for me. I got to wrap this thing, and I want to tell you guys that I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you guys, everything. Also, I want to make sure that I mention this. I am, like I said before, going to have something for you on the 23rd. I want you to check it out. I really think that you'll find out what type of person I am. Like I said, I'm a good guy. I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. I'm a friend of yours for life. If you friend me and you're cool with me, I will do everything I can to make sure that I honor and respect your friendship. And I appreciate people that friend me and know me because that's one of the things I have very, very, very much respect for, and I really appreciate people that care, and I care about people as well. I really, really enjoy doing this podcast. I want you guys to, subscribe to it, rate it, give me 5 stars. Subscribe to it anywhere you can where you find your podcast. Like I said, you can call the Guru at 302-468-7239, 302-468-7239. I'm going to try to get some guests on here. I've been reaching out to people, but their schedules are busy, and I understand that. But I am going to have some people in here picking against me pretty soon. Okay, like I said, you can follow me on social media. Okay, Facebook is not working right now. I've been hacked. Now, I was joking with my brother the other day. He said, "Hey, Guru, you probably made it, man. You're a celebrity now because, hey, you got hacked. Celebrities get hacked." I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. I can't believe I actually got hacked. But yeah, I said, well, who the hell want to, hack my crap? The only thing I got is just crap on there that I'm trying to do, just trying to do a podcast with. He said, hey, man, believe me, man, you made it. You're a celebrity now. I'm like, yeah, right. Anyway, Facebook is not working. I'm not dealing with Facebook in the month of October. October is like like I told you, it's not a very good month for me. I try to make the best I can out of October, but there's a lot of different things. And like I said, once you listen to this podcast about the 23rd of October, you can see why. Okay, I'm on YouTube at the Guru of Sports Show, which I said, follow me on there. Facebook is not working. IG, I'm at the Guru OS 39, and Guru's Kids, DAE, Daisy, Alex, and Ellie. Those are my little children. I just put some new pictures up of them the other day, or earlier today, and they are funny as I don't know what. I gotta hurry up and get up out of here. Running out of time. Anyway, Gmail is still gurusdailyshorts@gmail.com. Twitter, I'm at Go39. Goaty, where you at? Hear him in the background. He just sitting there looking around. He's at BlackGo39. Podcast outlets. Anywhere you get your podcast. Spreaker is the main vessel that we come off of. And we really appreciate Spreaker for giving us the platform to do this podcast and to get it out there and to have a voice in this sports game. Okay, like I said, you find us on Amazon, Alexa, and you can find us else on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and all that other stuff. I got to give big props to Damian Adams. No, Alexa, stop. Now, see, I said that, and she ended up saying something. Don't say anything, Alexa. Okay. Damian Adams, appreciate you. Miss Mary Mac show on Grief, appreciate you. Jeff Duarte, Cali Sports News. I'm gonna try to get him on next week because I think hockey season is pretty much coming up pretty soon. It might have already started, but you know what? I want to have a separate hockey thing for him because he's been really good to me and helping me out, and I really appreciate him. And like I said, he can have all the time he wants. Anybody that comes on this show, on this podcast, is a friend of mine for life. You have a lifetime, invitation to come on here. You can come on here anytime and sit and talk, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to promote. I tell that to the hip hop guys as well. I appreciate them. I do want to give shout outs to Kate, Kevin Ryder, Mel, Rick and Buffalo, Bella B, Jeff of Southland, Lori, Alberta Girl 34, my D Alien Originals. I appreciate you. Originals. I appreciate you guys as well. Okay. The motto is, listen to this. This has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Entertainment. Copyright 2021, all rights reserved. We don't steal from nobody. We always ask for permission. We don't hate. We always congratulate. And believe me, I really appreciate everything that you guys do. And I really appreciate, just being able just to get on the microphone and talk to you guys. I say this in general. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate everything. And believe me, I am just very, very thankful and grateful for all the stuff that I do to try to get this program out to you, this podcast out to you. It's a lot, it's a lot to do, but believe me, listen to this. Here's our crew. Caden Guru is executive producer and board op. He's not here. I will let Caden Guru tell you about his football experience. Caden Guru was playing football, okay? He's doing pretty good. I'll let him talk to you about it. Okay, Ray Guru is my musical director, engineer, and technical advisor. Dante Guru is my backup co-host. And I really appreciate him because I think what I'm going to do is have him come on in 2 weeks and help me out with the little special thing that I got to deal with. And I'll talk to you guys about it. And like I said, I really encourage you to listen to this because it's very interesting. If you can imagine going through something and then being able to sit back years later and tell the story about what you went through and explaining it out to everyone about the circumstances that happened and what you did. It's really, really something that you will really look forward to. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, got to get out of here, but I just want to say thank you. And like I said, Crystal Method, I did reach out to them and gave them some big props. And I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, I really appreciate We Are Power Tools, at We Are Power Tools on Twitter. They follow me, and I've been listening to them since 1980. I keep saying 1983. 1993. 1983 is something else. Another year that I really, had to deal with as, part of my life. You guys take care of yourself. I will see you back here next week. The Guru really cares about you. We appreciate you. Like I said, call us, text us, keep in touch with us. Let me know what you think. You guys take care. Get out of here. Enjoy your football Sunday. And like I said, this is not live. This is a recording. The Guru will see you real soon. Later.